Springfield.
Hostway.
Oh, congratulations. I know you bought a house to sign in Springfield. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Big Focus Springfield here too. So I guess we have to, Barbara, how's your knee doing?
Good, it's coming along. It's coming along. Thank you, Mayor, for asking.
Okay, geez, now I'm all right, we'll call the meeting to order. Madam Clerk, please call the roll. Let me figure this out here.
Ms. Naylor,
Present.
Attorney Murphy. Absent. Mr. Gonzalez,
Present.
Ms. Gresham,
Present.
Ms. Hurst,
Present.
Mr. Collins,
Here.
Mayor Sarno.
President, can we all please rise for a moment of silence? We'd like to dedicate that to the people of Ukraine, and then we'll go into the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Okay, tonight we have the chapter 74, the wonderful and fantastic and stupendous Putnam Vocational Technical Academy. I said it just the way George Johnson, Principal George Johnson, put it down for me. But I know I mean that. Tommy, you like that, huh? The school committee wants to know if we're getting the meals to go. We always look forward to this because of all the business people that are there, and our young people at Putnam Vocational Technical Academy, and the wonderful hospitality, the grand atrium there, and the wonderful food you put forward. We'll get back to that in the very near future. But with that, I will turn it over to Superintendent Warwick to open this up and listen to the great work that continues to be done at Putnam Vocational Technical Academy with outstanding graduation rate and hardly any dropouts. So overall graduation rates have skyrocketed to 30-something%, 84%, I believe, and dropout rates from 12-13%, 1.9. Superintendent Warwick and the teachers and families and students and staff and school committee, how we go. Hey, Warwick, you're on.
Thank you, Mayor. Well, I want to introduce the staff at Putnam for our annual meeting. Like the mayor said, we miss having these meetings in person, but we'll get back to that very soon. I just want to make sure people know that Peter Murphy has arrived and we can log him in.
Please know
Pete.
Murphy's on.
And just want to reiterate what the mayor said, and, looking at the graduation dropout rates at Putnam, they're absolutely tremendous, well over 90%. And is it 0.8, George? Unbelievable on the dropout rate, so it's just incredible. So congratulations to George, Joao, and the team at Putnam that continues to exceed all of our expectations. They just do fabulous work. So I'd like to turn this chapter 74 meeting over to them right now. Thank you, Mayor.
Good evening, everyone. Principal Johnson from Putnam. We have a nice little PowerPoint and video presentation for you guys this evening. Ready, Mr. Lamandi?
Can you see that?
Yeah, everybody see the PowerPoint?
Great.
Hey, George, say hi to your mom, Tommy, too, please, huh?
Yeah, I definitely will.
Okay.
So as superintendent stated, our graduation rate, we're in that 96.8, we have 0.9% dropout. At Putnam, the year before we we're 97.8, so it was a little dip, but still we're in the high 90s every year consistently. And again, 2021, like you said, was a huge year for everybody. So we rise to the challenge all the time at Putnam. And I said currently our enrollment is 1,384 students. Again, our graduation rate is posted here, and our dropout rate is posted. Putnam, we encountered, because we're a different school, vocational school, our schedule was very, let me see, how can I say this? It was very, it was tough to make these adjustments with the COVID pandemic, as far as being able to place students in the lunchroom and for lunch, and then place kids in the shop to eat. So again, we rose to the challenge at Putnam. We're faced with it, adversity as far as dealing with this pandemic, but yet, we all came together as a family here at Putnam, and we did what we had to do to make sure that the kids were, got what they needed as far as their intervention and resources, and that our staff was prepared for anything that came our way here at Putnam. So somebody can just change it over. So during the pandemic, 90% of our kids took the MCAS test, and we actually did better than we did in 2019 pre-COVID. So our kids made an adjustment, and that made they made an improvement during our pandemic, which is a testament to our teachers and staff here at Putnam that, our remote learning did pretty well. So again, we increased our MCAS scores in English and in math. So I was pretty impressed by the fact that during remote learning, we still persevered and did what we had to do here at Putnam.
There aren't many in the state that did that, George, that's for sure. Just about everyone went down, so that's incredible.
Yeah, so we did go up slightly, which is a, like I said, again, a testament to our staff here at Putnam, rising to the challenge during the pandemic. And that's what we do here every day. We come in every morning, we put the work in and, make sure that our students are successful when they leave our doors, that they're a dual threat. They're ready to go into the workforce, they're ready to order college and career ready. So that's what we do here at our school. So I'm gonna turn over to Mr. Lamandia now. He has a nice little video for you guys and some other goodies for you guys.
So, one of the areas that we had a real unique challenge in was the 9th grade exploratory process, which I oversee. And with students during remote learning, not being physically in the buildings to see the shops, it was definitely quite a challenge. And we did a couple things differently. First, we did a full year exploratory so that students could spend more time in each shop, seeing that they weren't there physically, spend more time, in each shop in lieu of being there. And we had hoped to get students back physically into the school before they had to make their final shop choices. But unfortunately, COVID had other plans for us, so we weren't able to do that. Having said that, we do have a shop appeal process in place where students can transfer from 9th grade into halfway through the 10th grade. And we were able to accommodate a huge amount of students this past year. The fact that it was so unusual, such an unusual year, we did have also an unusually high amount of students who wanted to transfer, having not been in the building. And, to that end, we were able to accommodate 59 students, 82% of all the students who were requesting transfers. Doesn't always work, as shops have caps, and we aren't able, to go over those limits in some cases. So some shops just aren't available, but we were able to get students in the places that they really wanted to be in. Another area was there was a bit of a challenge. Was the road show, and I feel that we met that challenge head on by holding virtual tours. We did a road show with 12 middle schools listed here, and for these tours, we did a virtual tour through videos and taking students through the website, educating them on all that we have to offer at Putnam, and also making them aware that they can go on with their parents to fully research the shops and the opportunities that Putnam has to offer. So I just want to show a little bit of what we've done with the website and some of the, I'll show you a video that we have posted there and some of the things that we've done, kind of out of need through the remote year. me share it with this. Okay, everyone can see that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So here's our homepage. And there's we put together a video kind of, you know, an overview of the shops at Putnam that students students and their parents can take a look at. And just want
Hi, my name is Caitlin Haynes, and I'm a student at Roger L. Putnam Vocational Technical Academy in the Radio and Television Broadcasting Department. Today, I'm going to take you on a tour. This area is our main concourse where you can find the main office and shops such as marketing, early education and care, hospitality management, cosmetology, and culinary arts on the first floor, and health assisting shop on the second floor. This is our C wing located just past the cafeteria, which includes the automotive technology departments, auto collision repair, and automotive technology. This is the E, F, and G wing. We have carpentry, construction craft labor, design and visual communications, horticulture, sheet metal working, and machine technology. Then upstairs in this wing, you'll find shops such as criminal justice, electrical, graphic arts, business technology, heating, ventilation, air conditioning and refrigeration, information support services, radio and television broadcasting, and robotics and automation. As you can see, we offer a plethora of educational opportunities for students to be prepared with skills they will need in the workforce. Now let's hear from students as they describe their experience here at Putnam.
Well, my experience at Putnam has been really good. So Putnam, it gives you opportunity to learn a trade, and that offers more than other schools because you can really apply what you're learning here to real life, and you can go into a career right after high school.
My experience at Putnam it was an interesting experience because it allowed me to open up to new careers and new ideas and new creative people, it was amazing.
I've had a great experience at Putnam, especially in shop and my vocation. Putnam offers career-based learning so that we'll be prepared to go out into our fields whenever we're ready and out of high school.
My experience at Putnam has been really great. I've had a lot of opportunities in shop, specifically being able to be an intern for Springfield Public Schools. Putnam offers trades, which are different shops that we have at Putnam. They offer hands-on learning skills for the workforce.
Putnam offers you plenty of opportunities to achieve throughout life based off the people you make professional connections with, which makes my experience here lovely. And after high school, I plan to attend college for 4 years to receive my degree in business management.
Thank you for joining me on this tour. Hope you enjoyed. See you soon.
Nice job.
Thank you. Thank you. So that's one of the things that, we found is very helpful for, for incoming freshmen and also for eighth graders considering Putnam. So that's one of the things we came up with. Certainly we've used our website to our advantage this year. There's been a lot that we've needed to do in this manner. Certainly the virtual open house, we had this year. All of our sports being broadcast live on our website through a YouTube link, and we've made that available to everyone. So you can see some of these, some of those things that we've done with our website. and even a little bit more with, making things available for students to be able to find information quickly. Things like, certainly attendance, if they need IT help with their laptops or anything, incoming freshmen not knowing, the dress code. And actually this year we had the unique situation where 10th grade, many of the 10th graders hadn't been in the school. So we really had two new classes coming in. So making everyone aware of all that. And also even things like, school entrances, this year, there's a whole, map of the school, which entrances, students would be coming in for each of the shops, and photos of the school where it kind of takes them through a tour. So a lot of information we made available that we've had to kind of do that this year, with over the past year with students not fully being back, until the beginning of this year. And last year we had already taken you through, some of the shops, some of the vocational, about some of the vocational programs in the videos. So I won't go through that now, but we do have all of that, by shop available for students and their parents. Incoming freshmen, when they're making the exploratory choices, that's all available here as well. And now I'd like to turn it over to Mr. Matt Fortune, who oversees our After Dark program.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for allowing me to present this evening and talk to you about the After Dark program. This is the second year that we've had the program going, and we've grown significantly this year. And I kind of just want to go over the background of the program. So we'll wait for the slide to come up real quick. Basically, the students that are enrolled in this program, they come to school later in the morning, usually around 9-10, and they'll do 2 or 3 academic classes over at the High School of Science and Technology. At 2:20, they'll get dismissed and they come across the street to Putnam where they're fed a meal, and then they're brought to their classes into their shops at 3 o'clock where they remain until 5:41. At 5:41, the students come down and we get them on the buses and we provide transportation for all the students to go home. Last year, we had 2 shops that we ran. We actually had 3 shops that were approved by DESE. This year, we now have 5 shops that are approved by DESE. We added 2 shops to it. So now that we have metal fabrication, advanced manufacturing, information security systems and networking, automotive technology, and health assisting, those are the 5 shops that we are offering. And we have 6 cohorts right now with a population of 58 students that are currently in the program. Next year, we anticipate to come close to 90 to 100 students, because our first year we only had 2 shops that were open. And the biggest challenges this year was recruiting, because we were virtual last year. So what that caused us to do was cold call the entire rising junior class population for the High School of Science and Technology over the summer, and do virtual open houses to generate interest and get those cohorts set up so we could start off this year. And we were able to make that happen, which ended up being very good for us. Next slide, please. So this program is a 2-year, 900-hour Chapter 74 program that's approved by DESE. The students in the program get the same opportunities to get the same certifications and certificates as the students that come to Putnam for the 4-year, 1,500-hour program. And now I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Alves.
Thanks, Pat.
Hi, everybody. So at first, I'd like to comment on that video. Wasn't that great? Those kids, it was a professional video. Tom showed it to me earlier this morning. I couldn't believe they did an awesome job. Fantastic. I think back in, I don't know what year it was, but back in the early 2000s, we paid for a video for Machine Shop, and the professional came in and did it. I don't think it was as good as this one. They did a great job and quick. I'm going to talk about 4 different topics. I'm going to highlight some topics, vocational topics that we've been doing at the school. The first one I'd like to talk about is we partnered up with the Park Department and Pat Sullivan, and we've been, our carpentry program has been renovating the old trolley stop at Forest Park. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with it. It's that big building right up front on Sumner. And so we're remodeling that whole thing. You're welcome to go by there anytime, stop in. We've the students have put new footings in there. They've, it's been unbelievable. This thing was built back in the 1800s, I believe. And they have skills there where they were making curved beams. These are 11th, 12th grade kids, right? Learning how to build curved beams, and they were installing those, and we're doing, replacing the floors, putting new siding in there. It's a fantastic job. We'll be there all year. They started beginning of the year, and I was told that the project was projected to be worth $350,000 to build. We are anticipating on spending somewhere around $100,000 to $125,000 in materials. That's how big of a job this is. So the city saves the rest, right? Whatever, because we're just doing, we're doing all the labor, and the experience these kids are getting is second to none. It's not like they're going to get it's like the radius beams. Where and when would they have opportunity to do something like that? So it's been a great opportunity. The next thing I'd like to talk to you a little bit about is that skills recovery grant that the committee approved back in the beginning of the year, right? And we have a $60,000 grant to address the skills that the students missed during COVID. So because of COVID, our teachers did a fantastic job, but the hands-on piece, we just couldn't deliver it, right? The teachers were making their own videos, how-to videos, just like you see on YouTube. They did a fantastic job, but there's nothing like real hands-on. So we were able to get that grant, and we've opened it up and provided opportunity for every student in the school to stay after school, whatever day works for them. And the kids have been taking advantage of it, and we've been able to move some skill set forward quite a bit because of this grant. It's been outstanding. The third piece that is just coming to fruition now is our cosmetology program. The way the cosmetology program works is the students have to acquire 1,000 hours. When they acquire those 1,000 hours, they're able to take a test that qualifies them to go out to work. Unfortunately, a lot of our students weren't able to go out on co-op, and that's not just us, that's across the state, because it takes all that time for the students to get the 1,000 hours. So what's happened is we've been working directly with the apprenticeship board for the state of Massachusetts and the cosmetology board, and we are in the middle of providing or being approved for licensure to be able to do an apprenticeship for our students, where they would be able to go out and get the hours while they're still in school, so they can work at co-op while they're juniors and seniors, and that counts towards their hours. If we get it approved, we'll be the only the second school in the state that has this licensure, apprenticeship licensure for the cosmetology program. It's a huge piece. It took the state and the cosmetology board a while to kind of get to this step, because kids have been missing out. They watch a lot of their colleagues from like Allied Health going out to co-op and getting paid to work and getting the work experience. And a lot of our cosmetology students weren't able to do that. So that's going to open the doors. And our teachers are on top of that. They're doing a great job putting that together. And I'm anticipating within the next month or so to have this approved. The next piece is the criminal justice program. We're applying for Chapter 74 certification. We're on the third phase of the approval. It's been positive. We've moved through each one of the other phases, and the next step will be for them to come in, physically look at the space, and hopefully get the approval. And that program will have Chapter 74 status. The last piece is, I think that was the last piece. Wow, we're faster than I thought. See that? So I don't know if anybody has any questions on that. I hope I covered it and gave you a good picture of some of the things we're doing. And there's a lot, right? There's so much going on that we're trying to capture it as, in this meeting, but you're all welcome to come to the school when we can open the doors and get back to normal, and I'll be glad to bring anybody around, and I'm sure that you'll love to see what's going on.
I mean, we've also, Mr. Alves, we got to mention that we also tried to start a vocational summer school based on the pandemic, so kids were able to get everything done. So, based on some of the funding, we were able to try to establish a vocational summer school so kids can catch up over the summer, because we never had that before. It's usually when kids fail shop, they would remain back in the same grade. So what we try to do here to be proactive is create a vocational summer school for the first time, so that these kids can be able to come to summertime and pick up the competencies that they missed or lacked during that school year, and be able to move on with their cohort and graduate on time. So we've also established that as well.
Yeah, I'm glad you picked that up, Mr. Johnson. In the 30 years that I've been there, this is the first time that we've had the opportunity to provide the students that make up for summer school. We've done, and it was great. It was very successful. Kids went through it, and it's tough. So what happens with our kids is they're able to make up through a competency type of makeup system. So the summer school was fantastic because it gave the kids the time to actually go in and do it without having to do it on their own or after school with the teachers. It was fantastic. The other piece, as we're talking, things pop up is, and I don't know if we brought it up before, but for the last few years, we've been working with the New England Farm Workers, and with New England Farm Workers, they pay the students over 75 kids every summer. And we have the kids are working in their field of study, and they're getting paid to learn, right? They're actually doing things that we do a deep cleaning in the school. We've built stuff for like the construction labor program. We needed a room. We built a room. The students built it, and I got to tell you, that program is unbelievable, because what happens, the kids come back and they get that they actually work, right? So they're working. It's not just, it's a lot of them, it's their first experience as working, and we're able to guide them and teach them, like, if you're not going to make it, you call in. If this happens, you do this. It's a great opportunity to teach kids those skills that they'll need when they move on, whether they go to college or go to work. I mean, those are skills that are very valuable, and we're able to provide it to them. So that program, again, I don't know if did we bring that up last time, Mr. Johnson? I didn't remember.
No, we didn't, but that's something that is a great asset for our school. The farm workers and our students, like you said, they get real hands-on experience, and they're able to apply that, come back in the fall with so much confidence when they go back to the shops and to perform at a higher level. So it's a great experience for all the kids that are involved. And we start, freshmen, sophomores, and juniors and seniors. So it's every grade level that are allowed to come back and work for New England Farm Workers, not just particular grade levels. All 4 grade levels are allowed to come back and work.
Herbie Flores and team do a great job of that for a number of years, and it puts a little jing in their pocket too, that they're learning and they're making money and incentive. And Mr. Alves, as you can tell, there's no shyness in him, thank God. Soft skills you mentioned, those soft skills, which many a times are put to the side. Sometimes being able to do those soft skills, following through, calling, doing the extra yard, being on time, being dressed properly, working a little extra, or if you can't make it, the reason why gives you an edge. I know Ms. Gresham had her hand up, so Ms. Gresham, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you for that great presentation. I have a question. Where's the building that you guys are working on?
It's right out in Forest Park.
The front.
So when you're, so you know the main entrance to Forest Park?
Yep.
It's that building right there. As soon as you, just before you get to the gate on the left-hand side.
It's
Okay.
like an open area. That was the old trolley stop. So it's like an open, huge porch. It's right there when you're coming through Sumner Avenue. If you're standing in front, it'd be right on your left-hand side.
Okay. And do they still have the A-Lot Health program?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. With the After Dark program also. So we've increased it. There's so much demand for the health industry that with the After Dark program, we increased. So we have in the day program, we have 40 students per grade level. So there's 3 grade levels, right? So we're graduating 40 students roughly every year. And now the After Dark program, we've added another, how many, what are we looking at? How many juniors did you just get for the
We
outlet?
have 14 juniors, Mr. Rouse, and 10 seniors.
Right, so that's,
24.
so you get in another 10 to graduate with the first year. And again, like Mr. Fortune said, we anticipate this After Dark program really growing because the first 2 years we were recruiting, the first year was all video, right? We had to get on there and try to recruit, because nothing like recruiting the student, having them see in face to face and come see other kids and see the program. So so the recruiting was tough, but keep wanting to say Sergeant Major, right? So Mr. Fortune did a great job recruiting the kids, and I think we're going to have a good recruitment for this year also. And I'm very proud to be able to expand vocational education for all the city students. I've said that last year, and I continue to say it. And those of you that know me know that I'm not shy of promoting vocational education. For me, I'm a Putnam grad, and I was able to go to Putnam and create a life for myself and my family, and I'm very proud of that. And I see the value in it. And I see all the good things. And the biggest thing for me for vocational education, and all the other schools are great. I'm not trying to say they're not, but I'm just gotta, tell you what I know, right? So the biggest piece for me is choices. And I think a lot of times we talk vocational education, we kind of miss that. My biggest piece is at the end, choices, the choices that these students have. So our kids come in, like when I went to Putnam, I went there with the expectation that when I graduated, I was going to be a carpenter. That was the majority of the students that worked with me. Their mindset was similar. Today, that's not the case. We give our students choices. Not only do they learn, take the carpentry piece, not only do they learn to be a carpenter, where they have that choice. You graduate, you could go be a carpenter. But we expose them to drafting. We expose them to being an architect, an engineer, right? So now they have some more choices. They get opportunity to go on internship because our schedules work out where our students can go on an internship and do 100 hours of internship for a week at a time. They can go out for 3 weeks straight. So they get an internship, not whether it's in their field of study or another field of study. Student gets in there. Years ago, we had a student in allied health, decided he thought he liked criminal justice. We were able to put him in the court systems for, I believe it was like 80 hours. Today, he's the state policeman.
Yes, he is.
It's fantastic. Just the opportunity, the choices that the kids have when they graduate are second to none, right? Because how many students can say, from any system, can say that I had the opportunity to learn it on hands-on from my teacher. I had the opportunity to go out on a clinical and learn with my teacher and other adults, right? And then I had the opportunity to do an internship without my teacher, myself, in whatever field of study I chose to. And then the last one, I had the opportunity to go and work and get paid and see what it's all about. Those are a lot of opportunities, and those are a lot of skills that a kid has when they graduate and make choices of what's the next step in their life. And that to me is the biggest advantage for vocational education, is the choices that the students have when they walk out our doors.
It's back to the future, because many years ago, that's what trade in Putnam did. People would come and learn their trade or learn their vocation after hours. So it's back to the future on that. And
Yeah, you're right.
Superintendent Warwick and
I
Johnson.
have one more question, Mr. Mayor, regarding the After Dark program. Is that Monday through Friday?
Yes, it is.
Monday through Friday?
Yes, it
Now,
is.
what's the criteria for a student to attend the program? Is there a certain criteria or?
They have to be what we call true juniors, meaning they have to be caught up on credits going into their junior year. That's the requirement. And basically, we give them all the information. We try to find out who's interested in the program, and then we do virtual tours to find out what shop they're most interested in. But it's open to every student that's a rising junior. Next year, all those students are eligible to come over and sign up for their shop, for a shop.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Ms. Terefi was the Hadi Award winner this year, the Award winner, C. Jackson, but she goes to the After Dark program, which she mentioned the award that she just mentioned. We did the Eastman, Danny, the Eastman scholarships that were given there. And I also want to give a shout out to Sergeant Major Fortune. He's done a tremendous job with the junior ROTC, the Marines, and very impressive. And I'm sure with your After Dark program, you're making those young men and young ladies do 50 push-ups too, am I correct? I'm just kidding.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
I know there's more presentation, but if school committee members have any questions and or comments before they continue on? Okay.
May I make a comment?
Yes.
I just want to say, they see me a lot because I have 2 kids that go to Putnam. So they probably have heard a lot of things from me anyways, but I just want to say publicly that I really commend you all for all the work that you do. And I love the After Dark program. I know this was something that we talked about a few years ago, and I love how it's growing each and every year. We're hearing about the opportunities for not just the students who are blessed enough to get into Putnam, but also other kids who maybe didn't choose it or maybe didn't get into it, but they still have access to the opportunities if they want to do some vocational training. So that is exactly what we wanted to see happen as we think about equity across the board. So kudos to you all for the work that you're doing, but also your creativity as to how you continue to expand these opportunities for everybody.
Thank you, Mr. I want to give a shout out to the business community too. I believe we have 60 partners plus that give our young people he or she opportunities out there. We deeply appreciate that, because as Mr. Alves indicated, hands-on stuff. You see it, you feel it, you do it, and you can make some money with it. So the business community, which again, we always look forward to seeing you when we're there, the chapters 74, maybe some are watching this evening. Thank you for your continued belief and investment, not only in the city of Springfield, but more importantly, in our kids. We appreciate that. Any other questions or comments from school committee members? Or else I'll turn it back over to Principal Johnson. Okay, hearing none, Principal Johnson, please.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, so pretty much we've finished our presentation that we have to offer. I know our school, we're preparing for coming MCAS in the next couple of weeks on the 22nd, 23rd of March, preparing for ELA MCAS for 10th graders. We have over 350 10th graders taking the ELA MCAS this year. So we're preparing for that. We had our February boot camp where we had 10th graders attend for English, and we also had some 10 for math. And some for attendance buyback as well. So we had that during the February break. So I think we're prepared, getting our students ready for the test this year. So again, we had 90% participation during the COVID year. So I expect to have 100% participation this year. Now that we're back in session. So
Principal Johnson, can I just say something too?
yes.
School committee members agree. Anytime, I know Latonia's there, all because her kids are there. Anytime you go into your place, your home, no matter what time, it is absolutely immaculate. That's a testament not only to the staff that deals with that, but it's a testament for the students there, that they respect and appreciate the surroundings. It is I'm not trying to, BS your street vernacular patronizing. It is immaculate anytime, night or day, you walk into your place. And I think that says a lot, especially coming out of vocational school, because I know my time between college since working with flooring crews, you always watched how did that crew clean up their spot after they were done for the day. Did they clean it up or did they leave a mess? Because that was a testament to their craftsmanship on it. And I
When the
gotta,
job is half done.
am I right, Mr. Krause? I learned that. And I also learned measure twice, cut once too. But your place is immaculate. It's immaculate.
I could, sorry.
School committee members, Superintendent Warren?
Yeah, if I could just make a comment, it was incredible when you think of it, that Putnam was the first school in the state to create the After Dark program. But to do it when we were going virtual and make it happen was just absolutely incredible. And every time I talk to the staff there, they're always open to a new challenge. So Joao and I and Kim Wells and some other staff went out to Worcester this week. And they're offering some Chapter 74 programs in their regular comprehensive high schools. And we're going to take a look at an endeavor working with Joao, and George is always willing to help us with his staff, helping other schools like he did with SciTech here. So we can start offering Chapter 74 choices for some of our other high schools, so kids can sign up for Chapter 74 outside of Putnam. So that's something that's going to be coming in the near future. But again, I can't commend the staff at Putnam enough for stepping up and helping us with the Chapter 74 across the entire city, which makes a huge difference. We've wanted to make more opportunities available for all of our kids, and we're doing it. But it's really because of the expertise of the staff at Putnam. So I want to commend them and thank them.
And I'd like to thank for the leadership to have the vision to go this direction, Superintendent. I've said it to you before, and I'd like to say it here. I think you have great vision for this, and I really appreciate the support. And I think the city's is going to appreciate it for years to come. If it, the more vocational, and again, this is my opinion, the more vocational the city can offer to our students, the better off the city is going to be in the years to come. And thank you very much, Superintendent, for all your support.
Thank you, Mr. Ellis. Superintendent Warren, thank you, Ms. Wells, Kim too. And any other questions or comments of the Putnam Principal Johnson at all, or comments? Well, hearing none, I do want to give a shout out. I know we're talking about Putnam tonight, but listen, we'll be there tomorrow night cheering on our Central Golden Eagles as they're in the state tournament, girls and boys, baby. We were there at Chickadee Comp Saturday. Superintendent Warren, Vice Chair Collins were there, and let's maybe bring home some state titles.
Yeah, our girls lost. Our girls lost at the buzzer beater, half-court buzzer beater against Cardinal Spellman and Brockton the other night.
I didn't, you know what?
The state final, in the state tournament.
So I didn't, again, that was a great run. There was sort of a hidden jewel with this COVID. The reports weren't out there. So congratulations to them too. I know they advanced, but I never got an update that they.
Yeah, we lost at the buzzer. They had a buzzer beater at no time left on the Cardinal Spellman. So our girls were heartbroken. It was a great game. They went out there. They said we're in a hostile environment out there in Brockton at Cardinal Spellman, but they said they rose to the occasion and they went toe to toe with them. So I was proud of our girls for that, because again, they just show perseverance like Putnam does it. They represent us perfectly. So I mean, we didn't come away to victory, but they gave the effort that we look for. There's no quitting them, so that's what I look for.
It wasn't a victory, but I'm glad you updated me right there. And again, Cardinal Spellman's a tough school, good reputation with them and out there in Brockton. So thank you on that. Any questions or comments for Principal Johnson, the Putnam crew? And if not, we'll conclude the meeting. Okay, is there, again, first of all, the Principal Johnson and to your whole team, thank you. You put your heart and soul into your home, Vocational Technical Academy. And I just don't think, and I'm going to say, and whether the media is watching it or not, Superintendent Ward through Azelle, Murphy Kavan, our office, Billy Baker, we put out, Danny, I think it was 3 weeks ago. Am I correct? Maybe 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was about 3 weeks ago.
Good news, the good news of the Springfield Public School System, for the teachers, administration, staff, families, students, school committee, and school administration, that in about 10, 12, 13 years of time, 14 years of time, where the graduation rate was hovering just above 50%. The dropout rate was hovering 12 to 13%. Unacceptable when we took over. To have increases of 30-something percent, 34%, 84% graduation rate, drop the dropout rate to 1.9. Putnam is exemplary. Exemplary. You're almost at 100%, and you're below you're 0.9 or 0.8%. Many times, the negative news is always played. 3 weeks ago, we released this. I know TV media has played it. We've yet to see it in print media, whether it's the Republican or Mass Live. Yet they will highlight other school systems. So I'm going to call them out now. We take the good, the bad, the ugly. This is good news of the hard work that's been done with the Springfield Public School System. And yet, that story, which should be front page, Holyoke was front page today, and they're in receivership. And I wish them the best. 3 weeks. Those averages of increases have not been done anywhere in the state. Anywhere in the state, increases and decreases. Got to be fair. We'll take the bad, but you got to play the good. So I'm calling you out. I'd like to see that as a testament to our Springfield Public School System and see that article being finally played of the good work that is being done for our children, no matter what creed, color, or background. And if that gets me into jail, I really don't care, because I'm going to push for our residents, our students, and our business community in the city of Springfield. What's fair is fair, and what's right is right. And I hope to see that story coming out shortly. Be nice to be front page. Be nice to be maybe in the Sunday paper too. Highlight all the good work that's done. Thank you, Barbara. I appreciate it. It really aggravates me. It really aggravates me, because if something negative happened in our school system, that would be front page. It's not right. And if we have a problem, we'll fess up to it and we'll deal with it. It's not right. Not right. So with that, I don't know if there's any more questions or comments on that. Maybe I ginger you up a little bit, but that's okay. Without that, and again, Putnam leads the way. 90, Principal Johnson, what are you, 97, almost 96, 97% attendance
Well,
rate?
97% almost.
Graduation. On the graduation rate, and 0.8 or 0.9, am I correct?
Correct.
Yeah, show me another school in maybe, right? Show me another school in Western Massachusetts, especially in urban setting, maybe in the nation, that's doing what you're doing. Should be highlighted, should be championed, should be a clarion call out there, especially from the print media. Where is it? So with that, I probably have their attention now, and if they want to zero me, come on, I'm an old catcher. I wore the tools of ignorance. I'm an old forward. I can take the shots and I can give the shots too. Let's see that story. Let's see that article. Let's see about the good that the Springfield Public School System is doing. Thank you very much. That was an editorial. How do you like that? Any other questions or comments? Okay, we'll take is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
I will,
Motion by Ms. Gresham, is there a second?
second,
Second by Vice Chair Collins. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Ms. Naylor,
Yes.
Attorney Murphy,
Yes.
Mr. Gonzalez,
yes.
Ms. Gresham,
Yes.
Ms. Hurst,
Yes.
Mr. Collins,
Yes.
Mayor Sarno.
Yes, more than sufficient vote, this matter passes. Good evening. Thank you for watching. Good health to you and your families. And Putnam Vocational Technical Academy, absolutely outstanding. I think the Gap Band used to sing that too. Everybody else, good evening, have a good night. You like that, George? I saw you smiling there, George.
Good night, everybody.
Great job, folks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Have a good evening.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.